What's up guys, it's I the One. Today I'm gonna talk to you about very important neighborhood we're in Moscow city. It is called Sovkhoza Im Lenina. And here is the main entrance of this neighborhood. You're already seeing that it's some kind of a gate, and above it you will see some strawberries. There, strawberries. And all this neighborhood is located like near to Moscow round the highway. That's like an edge of Moscow, and from this point to Moscow, I think it takes like maybe 200 meters, something like that. And right now I'm walking near the fence, and nothing special behind it, right? But behind this fence is a kindergarten. Do you want to see it? Here it is. Look, there it is. That big thing that looks like a castle is actually not a castle. It's a kindergarten. The kindergarten that looks like a castle. It's like it's like a Disneyland, but the place where it's not super expensive. No, if you work for the company, your child can go here to this kindergarten, and it's, you see, they have some playground there, some towers. Can you imagine that? What? I mean, like, that's like the storytale, how we call it, cartoon in real life, and it's just awesome. Look at it. It's just gigantic. There's just like a huge tower in the middle. A kindergarten with a tower, like with like a lot of towers and like flags there, and it is so big that you cannot actually see it. Like, you need to go way, like from here maybe you will see it. Now here's another angle, and you'll see how huge it is. I need to back up a lot so you can see it because of the fence from the trees, and that's very smart, so the kids, while they play, they won't see the street itself. Look, a kindergarten as a castle. And this thing is actually a park. It's like a children's playground, and these are not just ordinary trees. They're like trees from Russian fairy tales. I don't know why it is closed, but I've been there once, and it's just awesome. Just when you just look at it, there's like a rope tower there for children. See, here on the right is a cafe, and there's a rope tower, and some characters from fairy tale, and that is all for free. Oh, I think that's actually it's closed because of the pandemic situation, but still it is awesome. Just look at it, just like how beautiful it is, like with all these shapes and some heroes like here and here. Just look at the fence. Only the fence is the art itself, like some character from Russian tales with some mushrooms, and here you'll see a warrior, like it's called in Russian bogatyr, very like strong traditional Russian superhero, and he's just standing, and then he's just wasting all this all this talent on the fence. Can you imagine what's inside there? Like, look, this is the rope, the rope thing, and we have them in Moscow and in Russia, but they're like you have to pay for that, and this is for free. I've been there. Just children climb up and they just do whatever they want, and nobody's paying for that. I mean, like, it's just a neighborhood that's done here. You can see it way beautiful from here. So this is the rope city, and like playground for smaller kids. Now this neighborhood even has I love Sovkhoza Im Lenina site. sign with a strawberry here. Like, can you imagine that? Well, my neighborhood doesn't have that, and this one does. Just and there's also a car here. Look, just standing like with the ordinary cars, like ordinary, like people live in this house. Like that's a typical house, but look, that's a Победа Gaz 20, I think. Yeah, and look how beautiful it is. Awesome. It's like candy paint, and it's fixed there. But anyway, yeah, can you imagine that? Just an ordinary neighborhood, and there's like houses that are older, like this one, or some more expensive houses like that one, but still that's on one neighborhood, and you can get here freely without like anything. Fruits are everywhere here. As you can see, I think that's an apple, because the company is not only making like strawberries but also other fruits. Just a gigantic apple standing in the middle of the street. Now here is like a small part of a park, and there are like benches. Instead of benches, there's like these cartoon characters like that are from some cartoon. Like this is Winnie the Pooh, I think, or just kind of bear, and just like that's like an ordinary thing here. So what is so important about this thing? Well, actually, Sovkhoza имени Lenina, and it was established in 1918. It was, see, look, strawberries over here. It is the biggest. Sovkhoza имени Lenina is an agricultural company, and it is the biggest production company of strawberry. So they actually make strawberries, and nothing so special about that, except that they're making strawberries here, like right very close to Moscow, where the price for the ground is super high, and they're making it and they live in it. And the place that we are now is actually the neighborhood, and a lot of people that are working in Sovkhoza имени Lenina are living here, and they have awesome conditions here. I want to take you to a tour so you can look, for example, in these monumentums of tractors. Yeah, it's just a tractor, but again, that's not some kind of a museum, governmental museum. No, that's like a private company that builds. I'm not sure that they build the neighborhood, but probably some of the houses. Anyway, it controls like for this neighborhood, and they're making people's lives way better. So here is another tractor. Yeah. Sovkhoza имени Lenina was a Soviet Union company, because in Soviet era, in the era of USSR, there were like sovkhozes. They're like a governmental gathering of a person, which were responsible for making the farming. There were not private farmers then, because the Soviet Union didn't allow to have private farming, but they did have like government farming. And in 1995, I think 1991, 1995, this company was privatized, like a lot of companies in Russia, in the USSR, in Russia did, but most of the companies that were privatized, they were like robbed and then closed. But this one actually is prospering and taking care of the people, and still is the leading company for the strawberries. They actually doing not only strawberries. Look, there's like stars there. In the neighborhood where I live, there are no stars. There's no like such a good roads. So basically, Sovkhoza имени Lenina is like oh look, Look at the building. This type of building we had like in the era of USSR, but it's still alive here, and it's a very good shape. Everything, the grass is cut, and the roads are very clean. No garbage on besides the roads. And very interesting thing about this company is that it uses the communistic principles still. We like left the communistic country, but this company still uses the communistic principles, and they try and make a lot for the people, and it's awesome. Just look, like this is like regular flowers, like just ordinary flowers that are just growing here, nothing special. Yeah. Maybe in some part of Moscow city we do have these flowers, like in some parks that are in the centrum, but not like in the neighborhood where just ordinary people live. And that's why the one that is actually outside of Moscow. And here's another monument of a tractor. I think it's a very old one, but still the agricultural company has like already 4 monuments, 3 of which are tractors, and they're all in good shapes. Just look at it. It's perfect shape, right? Yeah. And here in this tent, the strawberry is sold, so you can buy one. I think like 1 kilo is around maybe $5, because like now is a season and a small charge here on the territory. Like just look at the flowers and all that stuff. That's how. Oh. Look, it's like a bread. Oh my god, it's like a bread. Awesome. And behind this fence there's like a small lake, but I'm not sure how to get it here. I'm a bit shy to ask, but yeah, it looks like that with some fountains, and still like you're free to visit. I'm not sure about me. Just people just going there without any issue. And so these are the bigger houses, and if you take a closer look, you'll see that there are towers on the buildings themselves. Like, so that was ID1. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time. Please write your thoughts about this video in the comments. See ya.